I got my first tattoo is two dolphins on my abdomen that I got when I was 17, and I chose it and designed it because I think they represent freedom, and they're both kind of jumping out the water. I got that done on the day that my mum and stepdad got divorced, and home was quite a difficult time. There was quite a lot of abuse at home, so for me it really was kind of a demonstration of freedom and something that I wanted to mark. So my second tattoo says Bon Accord on my wrist, and although it's French words, it's actually linked to the city of Aberdeen, and it means happy to meet you, sorry to leave you, hope to meet again. It's the Aberdonian motto. My grandma used to live at 224 Pickhurst Rise in West Wickham when I was little. I remember the house really clearly, and the name of her house was Bon Accord. So when she moved, she was from Aberdeen as well, so when she moved from there to her flat in West Wickham, I took the house name, which I still have now, so my house is called Bon Accord, and I got that marked for that reason. My third tattoo is a butterfly that I got on my foot, by far the most painful of the four. And it's meant to be a white butterfly, but my skin's so pale that actually they didn't need to colour it in. And that's to represent someone who was probably a father figure to me most of my life, a guy called Ben. I don't have my own dad, so well, I do obviously, but I don't have any contact with my own dad, so he was kind of a role model, and he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So when he was dying, one of the conversations that I had with him was, who am I going to talk to, or what will I do when you're not around? And he said that I'll always see a white butterfly, or to look at the stars, which is something else he taught me. And on the day that I got that tattoo on my foot, a white butterfly actually came in my windscreen while I was driving and sat on my wheel, car wheel, and then flew out again. You know, people believe in these things for different reasons. For me, it's quite a powerful message, it's quite a good reassuring fact, so to have him constantly with me is really important. And then in 2015, I had a really bad mental health breakdown. I was really poorly, believe it or not again, I was anorexic at the time. Really, really struggled with a lot of things. Didn't know where I was going, didn't know what was happening to me. I experienced quite a lot of bullying from my workplace, so really, really quite horrendous time. And I had an opportunity to go to New Zealand for 3 months at a point when I wasn't working, which is the only time I've never worked since I was 13. And on my second day out there, when I realised I was kind of breathing new life, I got Hakuna Matata done. So obviously it's from The Lion King, which is my favourite Disney film, and it means no worries. And I've also got 2 flowers to symbolise my best friends, and the 2 petals are to symbolise their children. And again, a butterfly, just because Ben's always there. I think people do get them for fashion. I do understand when people say they can be really addictive. It took me 10 years between my first tattoo at 17 and my second tattoo, and then I had the other 3 quite progressively. I think the problem with me is that I'm not particularly fashionable, and B, I think fashion goes around in cycles and kind of moves with the times. So I know already fashion from the 80s when I was first born, and now back. So I think tattoos for some people can be a form of fashion. For me, they're a personal form of artwork that's, you know, like the internal scars being showed on the outside, and in a way that's more positive and more beautiful to look at.